Comparison, total waste of time. Look at this guy. He's got more followers than me. He's been to Paris, Egypt, Nashville, California, and this is all in the past few months. And get this, it doesn't look like he's got a bill, job, or a single care in the world. It's all smiles, celebrities, and passport stamps. People have been comparing their lives to his for years. His trips, his hair, his whole vibe. And honestly, those several thousand followers, they're doing the same thing. Scrolling, jealous, thinking, why isn't my life like that? Your friends, your ex-coworkers, some influencer with a Maserati and a sunset behind him, they all look like they're living in a movie. Meanwhile, your life looks like this. We used to envy the neighbor's lawn and how Jay and Marcia just repainted the shutters on their house. Keeping up with the Joneses, right? And now you're mad about someone you don't even know's trip to Bali. And yeah, I've been there. But when you really start paying attention, perfect angles, perfect lighting, perfect everything. Everything is staged and the algorithm is literally built to make you feel insecure. And here's several thousand people jealous of this guy's life. Surprise, it's a dog. It's a fucking dog. And not just any dog. That's my dog. And you can follow him at Little Jack Straw. And if you haven't guessed it, his whole life is curated. Well, maybe not his whole life. He's definitely handsome and has great hair. And he sure as fuck doesn't pay any rent. Instagram is real. Envy is real. The life behind it? Not even close. But seriously though, your Instagram and your Facebook feed may not be 100% curated, but it is a highlight reel on steroids to say the least. Alright, let's get nerdy. 70% of people say that they feel worse after scrolling Instagram for more than 10 minutes. 70%. That's nuts. But only 12% of people will actually admit it because saying, I'm jealous Linda got to see a sunset and I didn't, seems absolutely ridiculous. Alright, real talk here. The average American gets one vacation a year. 2 if you're lucky, skip Christmas, and only eat ramen for the next 12 months. But look at your feed. Every single day. Miami, Santorini, Costa Rica, Nashville, California. Happy, happy, happy 100% of the time. Who lives like that? Nobody. Look, your entire feed is pretty much just dead, filters and lighting, and sometimes 100% fake. And look at your feed these days. It is not just your friends anymore. It's your coworkers, your ex-coworkers, ex-lovers on yachts, influencers born with abs and trust funds. And we all do it. We catch ourselves midday avoiding a work email, so we decide to scroll for 5 minutes. Late night, can't sleep, scroll. An hour gone and now I'm mad that Becky got to see the Northern Lights and I didn't. And she didn't either. Her phone did, but she didn't. But here we sit, mad at Becky. We can't forget our old friend Chad, right? You know, Chad that just bought the Escalade with the sick chrome rims with the awesome angle of him holding up the keys on Instagram. Hashtag blessed, right? What Chad didn't post about was the insurance bill that made him spit out his protein shake or the payment that has him skipping lunch. And what good old Chad does not tell you is that every time the gas meter goes off, he has a full-blown fucking panic attack and has to check his bank account to make sure he's not about to overdraft his account to fill up. But hey, Chrome looks fucking sweet on Instagram, right? Right. Oh yeah, and we cannot forget about that girl from high school. You know, the one that's pretty much just a walking thirst trap, 7 selfies a day, sports bra, abs, big, perky, everything. That's not perky. That's plastic. But she wouldn't tell you that. And if she did, her Instagram post would look something like this. Hashtag literally paid 22 grand to have my nipples removed and sewn back on. Hashtag recovery sucks. Hashtag armpit drains for days. Hashtag might have been worth it. And then there's this post. Hashtag didn't eat solids for a week. Hashtag still hate my reflection. Hashtag anorexia is not a flex. But here I am. Nah, just living my best life in a crop top. And here we sit, scrolling past, thinking, damn, she's winning. Bombshell? I wish someone would call me a bombshell in my comment section. Meanwhile, Becky's laying in bed crying because of another meaningless hookup with Chad from the gym in the back of his Escalade, and she's mad about Melissa because somehow she found a loving husband, has 2 healthy kids, and is confident enough to eat ice cream and rock 5 pounds extra. Point is, her life might not be completely curated like my dog's, but at the same time, it's a look-at-me highlight reel from hell. Real life, it's behind the captions and the filters. Like Kim from your feed. You know, the one that's aged so well. Meanwhile, she looks like a California raisin, and her Snapchat filters are working overtime to make her look like Chloe K. Maybe it's Maybelline? Maybe it's fucking Photoshop. And if you're up at 2 a.m. scrolling, thinking, everybody wins but me, congratulations, you're normal and the algorithm loves that. The simple fact of the matter is, social media has been designed to be as addictive as possible and feed off of your insecurities. And this is not just the people and the influencers on your feeds. Those ads have been weaponized. Then what do? They hit you with the targeted ad with the buy now button for what you think is probably going to solve your problem. But the truth is, they're just amplifying your insecurities so that they can move money from your broke-ass wallet into their billion-dollar bank account. They don't want to fix you. They profit when you stay broke and scroll and buy. And they're doing their best to show you exactly what they think you're insecure about or what you truly want. Hair loss cures, perfect skin, weight loss supplements, trips to Bali, boner pills. And then they hit you with that buy now button like you're 1 click away from happiness. It is not helping you. It's making you feel completely broke, behind, and insecure and jealous when it comes to Becky and Chad. So you've got a few options here. 1, you can just delete all the apps off your phone. No Instagram, no Facebook, no Snapchat, and just disappear from the bullshit forever. But let's be honest, none of us are going to do that. So instead, you got to adjust the way you look at your feed. You got to realize that it may not be 100% fake, but it's 97.7% fake. The smiles, the trips, all the blessed captions, they're all staged, filmed, and lit better than most movies produced in the 90s. Behind almost every single post, there's filters, debt, editing, and someone who hates looking at themselves in the mirror. My suggestion is doing a detox. Just step away for 30 to 60 days once or twice a year. No scrolling, no likes, no notification, no nothing. The first week sucks. It's like quitting anything. But after a while, your brain just sort of resets. You're not seeing 500 people to compare yourself to every day, and you're not seeing all of the quick fixes for your insecurities. And when you log back in, it's kind of crazy how fast you take it for what it actually is. Just a slot machine full of bullshit, lies, and filters. Not real life. Look, if you truly want to be a smoke show like Cindy, by all means, lose the weight, get off the couch, get a gym membership, and get to grinding. But sure as fuck don't do it because she looks all happy when she posts living my best life in a sports bra. Look, you gotta curate your own life the way that Facebook curates your insecurities. Intentionally, relentlessly, and for your benefit, not theirs. Look, comparison and envy will steal your joy faster than any buy now button on your insecurity feed. But you don't have to play. Delete, detach, just for a little bit. It'll really help your brain reset. They say where awareness goes, energy flows, and I'm not trying to give my time and energy to Becky and Chad and the jealousy wave of Instagram. So after you detox and you decide to scroll again, just realize that most vacations equal debt. Most abs equal Photoshop and misery. That perfect marriage you're steady seeing, it's probably a lie. The happy kids probably aren't so happy. And the dog? Well, the dog might be real, in case it's mine. And in that case, he's headlining Coachella next weekend with the ghost of Jerry Garcia and hologram Tupac. I'll see you there. Look, be yourself. Live your life, and don't let Becky's abs or Chad's Escalade actually let you think any less of your own life. Oh yeah, and Chad's Escalade just got repoed. Good luck. And not just any dog. Sit. And not just any dog, that's my dog. You can follow him on Instagram. God, you're loud. #LittleJackStraw.